How y'all doing? It's the John Copic Show. We're here with Copic Sessions. Going to give you some live information on how to increase your productivity and make sure that you achieve your goals and dreams. Remember, don't you be what society wants you to be. Be what you're called to be. This is Copic Sessions on the Copic Radio Show. Let's get live. What's up, everybody, man? It's John Copic from the Copic Sessions. All right, man. Today we're going to be talking about, oh my God, I'm almost 30. I wrote an article on my website. You can go see it at www.johncopic.com. You can listen to me on Spotify. You can see me on YouTube. You can see me on Facebook, listen on Facebook. Sometimes we'll put a snippet on Instagram. But today, man, we're talking about a race against time. We're talking about a race against time. Am I too old to go for my goals and dreams, man? Everybody in America is facing this fact. Everybody's trying to hear this. If you're not the top 1%, then you know most people is going through this display of, oh my God, I'm almost 30, or I'm almost 35, or I'm almost 25. We all got this midlife crisis where we feel like we haven't done as much as we should have, or as much as we said we were going to do when we were younger. So listen, man, we're about to dive right into this thing. Look, I know you're thinking about you're getting close to 30, you're almost 30, you may be 25, you may be 35, 40. It really don't matter. And you're asking this question, am I too old to go for my dreams and goals still? You probably feel like you haven't achieved your goals or the goals that you said you would achieve. You probably feel like you haven't amounted to what you thought you would be at this age, man. And I'm pretty sure that's probably going through your mind right now. Maybe you haven't gotten to the career that you wanted to get into. Maybe you haven't gotten that degree that you wanted. Maybe you haven't gotten to that industry that you're trying to get into. Maybe you haven't even started that business that you're trying to do. Something about your goals and dreams hasn't happened yet to make you feel like this. We've all been there, man. But I want to give you some tips today to help you get where you're trying to go and erase this fatality of a mindset that can stop you in your dreams and in your goal tracks, okay? So let me stop you right there. First thing we go ahead and get out the way is that you still have time, okay? There's something that my mom said, and it stuck. It stuck a long time ago. She said, find it in your 20s, okay? That means something that you're passionate about, your career, basically your calling, your life, your gift. Figure it out in your 20s, okay? Figure out what you're going to be doing in your 20s. Figure it out, right? This is the stage of figuring it out, what you're going to be doing in your 20s, man. So don't feel like you haven't achieved your goals and dreams yet. Like I said, we're live at Copic Sessions, the Copic Radio Show, man. We're giving you tips and trades on how to succeed at your goals and dreams. The topic today is, oh my God, I'm almost 30, or you're almost 35, you're 25. You're pushing that limit when you feel like you haven't achieved your goals and dreams. But my mom also said, she said, find it in your 20s, build it in your 30s, which means basically grind through the struggle, pain, and problems, and master your gift. So after you figure out exactly what you're doing in your 20s, you figure out what career that you want to go to in your 20s. Heck, you might be in your 30s or 40s, but the main thing you need to do right now, starting out, is figure out what it is that you're going to be doing, what it is that you're good at, what it is that you enjoy, what it is that you can put 110% effort, what it is that you're going to be okay with waking up in the morning and feeling like you're valuable to the world. What is it that's going to make you happy when you wake up? Once you find that, then in your 30s, basically 10 years after you're 20, or if you're 30, you know, it's time to basically grind, get through the pain and the struggle and the problems, Master your gift, man. Master your gift. This is the time to master your gift. You need to be, if you're in sales, you need to start mastering your sales. If you got a degree or if you want to go get a degree, this is the time to do it. In your 30s, it's time to stop talking about it and start being about it. And if you're in your 30s, it's just, if you go get to your 40s, right now it's time to stop talking about it and start being about it. So after you figure out what your gift is, it's time to master it, absorb it, indulge in it, man. Learn everything that you possibly can learn about your freaking gift, okay? Read up on it. Follow people that's already doing it. Study it. Everything that you need to be doing, you need to devour mastering your goals, mastering your dreams, mastering your gift. And then once you got to that point, you start enjoying it in your 40s, mid 40s, early 50s. You know, this is basically telling you that you have time. If you look at any successful entrepreneur, any successful career person, any successful businessman or woman, they'll tell you that in their 20s they were lost. Oprah Winfrey was lost in her 20s. Kevin Hart was lost in his 20s. Steve Harvey was lost in his 20s. Barack Obama was still grinding, figuring out his law thing in his 20s, okay? President Bush, they were still figuring it out in their 20s. You know, Condoleezza Wright was still figuring out in her 20s. If you talk to anybody, Ice Cube is still figuring out in his 20s. You talk to anybody that's successful right now that you look up to, they will tell you that in their 20s, they was figuring out what they wanted to be, man. They was figuring out what they're trying to do. That's what they was trying to do in their 20s. So what you need to be doing if you're in your 20s is figuring out what your gift and your goal is. If you in your 30s and you ain't figured it out, you need to speed the freaking pace up and figure out what's your goals, what's your dreams. If you're in your 40s, you need to speed it up even faster. Somebody keep coming to you for advice. Somebody keep telling you that you're good at something. Something you keep going back to over and over and over and over and over again throughout these years. You need to figure out what your daggum gift is. You need to master that freaking gift. You need to go 110%. I mean, you need to level up. You need to elevate yourself. You need to go hard when it comes to trying to be successful in your goals and dreams. And then you start going through the grind, going through the pain, going through the struggle. And guess what? Eventually, if you don't quit, you're going to start experiencing that life that you want to experience, man. So you have time. You have time to figure out what it is that you want to do in life. You have time. Don't feel like you're racing against time, okay? You're not racing against time. There's a set time that we have in a day. It's 24 hours a day. It's already set for you. Only thing you have to do is master that time. You need to learn how to master your time. Don't race against it. You can't beat time. Time is going to be here, okay? Even when we're not here, time is going to be here. So you can't race against time. You're going to get older. You know, you're not going to get any younger. You're going to get older. You're going to get weaker, but you will get wiser. But the main thing you need to do is focus your energy on what you're good at. Once you find out what you're good at, you need to focus on devouring and indulging into your gift. You need to indulge into your gift, man. You need to elevate yourself. You need to go hard for your gift. That's what you need to be doing. And once you figure that out, man, you'll start grinding hard. You'll start going through the struggle, going through the pain, going through the bruises and the bumps in life. Ask any successful person, and they'll tell you that they were still figuring it out in their 20s. Every successful person was figuring it out in their 20s, man. And you have to grind. You have to grind. You got to grind for your goals and dreams, man. I always tell people, turn your goals into plans, your plans into roadmaps, and your roadmaps will lead you to your dream. I tell people that all the time. You must understand that you must be successful, okay? And you will be successful if you grind hard at your gift. There's no race against time. You have time. As long as you don't quit, time is on your side. It's when you go to bickering back and forth for what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. None of that even matters, man. Grind as hard as you can, okay? But figure out what your gift is first. Figure out what career you want to go into. Figure out what field you want to be in. Figure out where you're going to be the most valuable. After you do that, figure out how can you become more valuable. What books can you read? What certifications can you get? What classes can you take? Okay, what degrees do you need? Take that stuff serious. What languages do you need to speak? Where do you need to go? What companies do you need to reach out to be the most profitable, the most valuable? Study to show yourself approved. Grind so you can be successful tomorrow as you want to be today. Pay the price today with the blood, sweat, and tears so you can pay any price tomorrow. Everybody says it, man. But you are not in a race against time. So what we're about to do, we're about to take a break and go on commercial, and we'll be right back. Hope you guys enjoying the show. Go back live on the air. All right, guys, and we back on the air, man. Listen, guys, we're talking about race against time. I'm John Copic, man. I help people increase their goals, dreams, sales, revenue. I help people increase their confidence, all through helping them increase their productivity. Everything has to do with production. The more you produce, the better you become. The more repetition, the more expertise you gain, okay? I'm John Copic, man. You can find me on www.johncopic.com. You can listen to me on Spreaker.com. You can see me on YouTube.com. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. You can see this on Facebook Live. And guess what? You can also go to the website. You can look at all the books that I've written. Stop Complaining What Solution, 7-Day Goal Guide Workbook, Stop Complaining What Solution Workbook, Small Change, Huge Affection, all the articles, everything, man. But today we're talking about a race against time, all right? Basically, we're telling you that you're not too old to go for your dreams, all right? And the main thing you need to do to figure out what you want to be and what you want to do, we was talking about something that my mom broke down about, finding in your 20s, building in your 30s, grinding your 30s, and start experiencing and enjoying life 40s, mid-40s, early 50s. Guys, you're not in a race against time. You're not in a race against time. What you have to understand is the main thing to do right now is figure out what you're good at. That's what we said before we went on commercial. You need to figure out what you're good at, all right? Once you figure out what you're good at, it could be anything that you're good at, man. Anything you could be good at. You don't have to start a business to be good at something. You can work for somebody else. You can join the military and be great. You can freaking go into real estate and be great. Get your freaking education and be great. Anything that you're trying to do in life, you just got to figure out what you want to be, man. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out the avenue that you want to go into. Sometimes you don't have to go ahead and start a business. Sometimes you might want to get into a business that somebody's already in, and it's a sales organization. You just want to help them increase income, which thereby makes you more profitable, more valuable. So listen, I'm going to say it again. I know you probably feel like you're behind in your curve. You see your peers moving faster than you, but that doesn't matter, man. You need to figure out your vehicle. You need to figure out your vehicle, your passion, your career, your calling, your gift. What are you here to do on this earth? You need to spend more time trying to figure that out than anything else. Read the books, read the articles, read the biographies, follow the people, mimic the people that you want to be like, man. Mimic success, because success leaves clues. They dress well, they speak well, they read all the time, they are great at what they do. They're basically experts in their field. They're always marketing. They're letting people know what they do. They put their name on things. I'm telling you, man, be an expert in your window and you will be successful, but you have to find out what your window is. And then we're talking about building in your 30s and succeed and understand how it feels and enjoy it in your 40s and 50s. So listen, man, it's not a long show. It's quick to the point. You know, we do quick shows. We don't do a whole bunch of talking. We get straight to the point. Right now, man, because we're getting ready to end the show, the main question that we have for you, or I have for you, is what are you going to do now? Now that we told you what it takes, now that we told you what you need to do, now that we told you that it ain't the end of time, now that we told you that you're not out of time, now that we told you that you're not in the bracket by yourself, now that we told you that most successful people that you look up to was in your same situation at your age, now what you do? Now what are you going to do to be successful? But I can give you the first part to that answer. I can't give you the answer because you got to figure that out. I can tell you to take massive action and research like heck. But the first part of the answer I'm going to give you is to shut up, stop complaining, and what's your solution? Figure it out, man. Figure it out. People help people that's helping themselves. Once a person see how hard you have grind, how long you have worked, your track record, your sweat equity, then people start giving you help. Then people start showing you a little bit to get you here and to get you there, to put you in different places. But you first got to put in that sweat and equity, okay? If you're not out here grinding as hard as you can, then I tell you what, nobody's going to help you. So listen, man, that's the show. That's the Copic session. Real quick, easy, straight to the point. Remember, be what you're called to be and not what society wants you to be. And don't worry. Don't worry. You will be successful. Remember, you're not in a race against time. I just want to let you know that you're not in a race against time. You have time to achieve your goals and dreams. That's it for today, guys. This is the Copic Session radio show. Tune in again. Hope to see you soon. Love you. You know, we always give you that inspiration for the day. We're here to teach, show, and motivate you how to be successful in your dreams and goals. Be what you call to be, not what you now society wants you to be. And also remember, productivity is everything. The more you produce, the more you become. The more expertise you gain, the more expert you are. All right, guys, that's the show. John Copic signing off.